When a fish is flapping its fins, it's pushing the water back and forth. When it pushes against the water, it creates some swirling rotation in the water. As the fish fin goes back and forth, it'll create a whole pattern of these swirls, and the organization of that pattern will tell us something about how well the fish was propelling itself forward in the first place.
And our researchers are looking in particular at the kinds of flows that arise in natural systems.
The main feature of the lab is the water channel itself. Essentially, it's just like there's a pump that pushes a large amount of water in a very uniform manner through the water channel itself. We have a 2 foot by 2 foot by 8 foot clear test section that we can put things in, and then we use our particle imaging velocimetry, which is the technique we use to actually extract the velocity data from the flow, which involves using like small plastic beads that we illuminate with a laser.
And the laser illuminates these particles, and the high-speed cameras can take rapid photos of these particles to track how these particles move in the flow from one point in space to another point in space over some time frame.
PhD students, good PhD students, they're the ones that run the lab, but they're the experts on actually getting the data and troubleshooting what's wrong with the equipment.
In particular, I look at a cylinder in the water channel, and we study how the fluid interacts with the structure over time. So what we hope to do is find a new way to control the flow around the object to help minimize the vibrations. The technology actually can be applied to control the flow over like the aircraft wings, which could help reduce the amount of drag and increase the fuel efficiency.
We look at nature and some of the engineering designs that have come about in nature, and we say, can humanity use these designs?
So what we're hoping to do is find out what fundamentally is different about the flow behind a fish fin as opposed to a propeller, for example.
We look at fish swim because it's a very high efficient motion. High efficiency, low power usage. It's a lot better than some of the typical screw propeller designs you might see on a boat right now. Can we extract how the fishes swim and what makes them such good swimmers and so well adapted for these environments? And can we then put that into a human-designed machine?
It's actually a lot of fun to be able to set up like a quick, easy dye experiment. You get some nice bright colors that just show what's actually happening in the flow. Outside observers can see it and get some idea of what's going on. And it's enjoyable actually just to see people's like excitement to like physically be able to see something that you normally wouldn't be able to see very easily, and then engage people in discussion about engineering and what we're doing to try to solve the problems.
The cameras and the computers can talk to each other, and you had some very smart people developing some nice programs that can map, based on these cross-correlation algorithms, where one particle is in one frame of the camera and where it is in the subsequent frame of the camera. And that's where these velocity figures come from in PIV. There's a lot of good information that can come from just lasers and cameras and these highly reflective particles in the flow.